Hello everyone, and welcome to Ukraine Will Win. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that showcases the incredible power of global unity, the massive international support for Ukraine. It's a story not just of one nation's resilience, but of the world coming together to stand for freedom and justice. From the very first moments of the full-scale invasion, the world watched in shock. But that shock quickly turned into action. A powerful coalition of nations, international organizations, and ordinary people from every corner of the globe mobilized to help Ukraine in its darkest hour. This support has been multifaceted, touching every aspect of Ukraine's defense and survival, from military aid and economic sanctions against the aggressor to humanitarian relief and diplomatic pressure. It's an unprecedented level of cooperation in modern history, and it sends a clear message. The world will not stand by while sovereignty is violated. Let's start by looking at the military assistance. This has been absolutely crucial. The United States has led the charge, providing billions of dollars in security assistance. This includes advanced weapon systems, ammunition, and critical training for Ukrainian soldiers. Think about the impact of systems like HIMARS, which have allowed Ukraine to precisely target key enemy assets far behind the front lines, disrupting logistics and command structures. Or the Patriot missile defense systems, which have been instrumental in protecting Ukrainian cities and critical infrastructure from relentless air attacks. These aren't just weapons, they are lifelines that have enabled Ukraine to defend its land and its people with remarkable effectiveness. But it's not just the United States. The United Kingdom has also been a steadfast ally from day one, supplying anti-tank missiles, armored vehicles, and training tens of thousands of Ukrainian troops on British soil. Germany, overcoming its historical reluctance to send weapons to conflict zones, has delivered powerful air defense systems, tanks, and artillery. France has provided long-range missiles and self-propelled howitzers. And let's not forget the crucial contributions from countries like Poland, the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, and the Nordic nations. Their proximity to the conflict gives them a unique perspective, and their support, often delivered swiftly and without hesitation, has been invaluable. This collective effort, this arsenal of democracy, has equipped the armed forces of Ukraine to not only hold the line, but to also launch successful counteroffensives, liberating their own territory. Beyond the hardware, the training and intelligence sharing provided by these partner nations have been a game changer. Ukrainian soldiers have been trained on complex Western equipment, learning new tactics and doctrines that have enhanced their operational capabilities. The intelligence provided by allies has given Ukraine a clear picture of the battlefield, allowing them to anticipate enemy movements and strike with greater precision. This collaboration is a testament to the trust and shared commitment between Ukraine and its partners. Now let's talk about the economic front. War is incredibly expensive, and the aggressor's strategy has been to not only conquer territory, but also to cripple Ukraine's economy. Here again, the world stepped up. The European Union, in a historic move, granted Ukraine candidate status, paving a path for future membership and unlocking significant financial support packages. The EU has provided billions of euros in macro-financial assistance to help the Ukrainian government continue to function, to pay pensions, salaries for doctors and teachers, and to keep essential public services running. This is vital for maintaining stability and resilience within the country. Simultaneously, this coalition of nations imposed some of the most comprehensive and severe sanctions ever seen against the aggressor state. These measures are designed to cut off the funding for the war machine. They've targeted banks, state-owned enterprises, and key individuals. They've frozen central bank assets and implemented a price cap on oil to limit revenue. While the full impact of sanctions takes time to materialize, they are undeniably degrading the aggressor's ability to sustain its military-industrial complex and finance its war of aggression over the long term. This economic pressure is a critical second front in this conflict. The humanitarian response has been equally monumental and frankly heartwarming. When millions of Ukrainians, mostly women and children, were forced to flee their homes, neighboring countries opened their borders and their hearts. Poland, in particular, has welcomed an incredible number of refugees, with ordinary Polish citizens opening their homes and providing food, shelter, and support. Similar scenes played out in Romania, Moldova, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic. All across Europe and beyond, governments and civil society mobilized to provide assistance. International organizations like the United Nations, High Commissioner for Refugees, the World Food Programme, and the International Red Cross have been on the ground from the beginning, delivering food, water, medical supplies, and shelter to those affected by the conflict, both inside Ukraine and in neighboring countries. We've also seen an incredible outpouring of support from private citizens and NGOs around the world. People have organized fundraisers, collected donations, and driven convoys of aid to the Ukrainian border. This grassroots movement shows that the support for Ukraine is not just a matter of high-level politics. It's a deeply personal and human response to suffering. This wave of solidarity is also manifested in powerful, symbolic gestures. Ukrainian flags have been raised over government buildings and private homes in cities from Tokyo to Toronto. Landmarks across the world, like the Eiffel Tower and the Sydney Opera House, have been illuminated in blue and yellow. These acts of solidarity might seem small, but they carry immense weight. They send a message to the people of Ukraine that they are not alone, that the world sees their struggle and stands with them. They also send a clear signal to the aggressor that its actions have isolated it on the world stage. The diplomatic front has been just as active. At the United Nations, an overwhelming majority of countries have repeatedly voted to condemn the invasion, demand the withdrawal of troops, and reaffirm their commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. These votes demonstrate the global consensus against this war of aggression. The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for war crimes, signaling that there will be accountability for the atrocities committed. Leaders from dozens of countries have made visits to Kyiv, often at great personal risk, to show their unwavering support for Ukraine's leadership and its people. These visits are powerful affirmations of Ukraine's legitimacy and its place in the family of democratic nations. So, what does all of this mean? It means that this is not just Ukraine's fight, it is a global fight for the principles that underpin international peace and security. It's a fight for the idea that a sovereign nation has the right to choose its own destiny, free from external coercion and aggression. The support from dozens of nations is a recognition of this fundamental truth. This coalition is built on shared values: democracy, freedom, and the rule of law. And it has remained remarkably united, despite the economic costs and political challenges. The energy crisis, inflation, and political debates within partner countries have tested this resolve, but the commitment to supporting Ukraine has held firm. This unity is perhaps the most powerful weapon of all. Looking ahead, this international partnership will be just as crucial for the reconstruction of Ukraine. The scale of the destruction is immense, but plans are already underway for rebuilding. The recovery of Ukraine will be a colossal undertaking, requiring a Marshall Plan for the 21st century. And again, the international community is ready to help. Conferences have been held and commitments have been made to not only rebuild what was destroyed, but to build back better, a more modern, more resilient, and more European Ukraine. This long-term commitment to Ukraine's recovery and integration into the Euro-Atlantic community is the ultimate guarantee of its future security and prosperity. The story of international support for Ukraine is a powerful reminder that in a world that can often seem divided, unity is still possible. It's a testament to the fact that when faced with a clear injustice, the international community can and will come together. The bravery of the Ukrainian people has inspired the world, and in turn the world has provided Ukraine with the means to defend itself and its future. This synergy, this partnership between a nation fighting for its very existence and a world standing in solidarity, is what will ultimately lead to victory. Thank you so much for joining us on Ukraine Will Win. The incredible global coalition supporting Ukraine is a beacon of hope. If you found this analysis insightful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future updates. Your support helps us continue to bring you these important stories. Stay strong, and Slava Ukraini!